Hey friends, welcome back. Once again, my name is Mike Payne. I'm a session guitarist based in Nashville. For this video, I'd like to break down the parts in the song Holy Forever by Chris Tomlin. Back a couple years ago, I was asked by Chris and his band to join them for the Good Friday service held at the Bridgestone Arena. And that was just an incredible event, incredible evening. The version of this song that I'm going to show you is taken from that night. I joined the great Daniel Carson on guitar as well, of course, that night. And I almost didn't make this video. There's maybe a couple really good tutorials online, which I encourage you to check out, including Daniel himself has a great tutorial just breaking down all the parts that he played on the recording. So I encourage you to check that out on his channel. But I wanted to make this video because sometimes I get into a situation where maybe I'm the only guitar player and I don't have the time, or maybe we're coming from another song and I don't have time to retune the guitar and put the capo on and whatnot. So I wanted to show you how to play this song with no capo, just totally kind of standard. And I thought it might be helpful for some of you weekend warriors out there. Let's just get into it then. So we'll start with the intro. There's a hook, awesome hook at the top of this. Love this one. I'll just play it here. We're in the key of C, by the way. Okay, so there's a little bit of a stretch in this one. It's not too bad. If you're familiar with sort of the classical approach of having one finger per fret, it shouldn't be too much of a deal for you. But so 3 and 4 and. It's that right there. It's a minor second. So we've got a B and a C played together. And so we start off with A, C, B, C, down to G, G, C, and then the 3, 1, 2, 1. So, and then the second half is just same start, and this time we slide up to the third and end up on that E there on the B string, 5th fret. So I'll play it one more time. I love that slide at the end. You get that those two notes ringing out. It's really nice. And so that leads us into the pre-chorus. And for the pre-chorus, we're going to use tenths. So we'll start on the F chord, which it's just F and A. It's the root and the third, but the third is up an octave, which gives us the 10th interval. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Right? And 4, and there's our 2 minor leading us into the chorus. So, yeah, I'll do that one more time and I'll count it out. Actually, 3 and 4 and your name. 6 minor to the 4. Stay in the 4. To the 5. 6. 2 minor, right? And that leads us into the chorus. So in chorus 1, we have a couple options. We can just kind of pad through it. We can do, right? Just kind of nice. Something like that. Might be kind of nice. Or you can play the record part, which is a higher line that goes like this: 3 and 4 and. Right? So you've got some options there depending on kind of the spirit of things and the way things are, the energy that is happening at the moment, kind of dealer's choice. But yeah, so that's a couple options there for the first chorus. And then, let's see, we get into verse 2, which has this cool part. I call these parts sort of like pulsing type parts, but if you have a chorus pedal or some kind of modulation pedal, step on it now. So I just put a little chorus on it, and the part for verse 2 goes something like this: 3 and 4 and. Right? And then we're into the chorus. So the part here in the in verse 2, it starts on the C here, and it kind of camps out for a minute while the changes are going on around it, which is pretty cool. So kind of like maybe like you call that kind of a drone or that type of thing. So we're on the C. And I've got some delay happening right now with the, I'm using just a little Strymon El Capistan set on the multi-tap option, which kind of gives us this kind of cool little bit of motion and some little bit of dance to it. So, okay, back to the part. So. So that's really just 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 1, back to the 1. the 2, and then a quick 1, 2, 3 before we go into the second half. In the second half, very similar to the 2, and then building into the chorus. Yeah, I love that part. I love the chorus on it. Like that swirly whirly type sound is awesome. And so once we get into the chorus 2, and then we can really utilize all of the neck here in chorus 2 and beyond, because we can get that low G for the chords. So I would just voice the chorus chord something like this. So 3 and 4 and. Something like that, right? Good crunch, and that might be a nice thing for chorus 2. And then by chorus 3, I'm thinking quarters, you know? Pretty rocking. Right? So one thing that I'm thinking about with these chords, I'm doing some muting. So for instance, on the F chord here, I'm muting the G string. So all you're hearing is, it clears out a little bit of space in the mid-range. And that's pretty much a straight A minor. I'm adding the 7th on the top, but and then more like a G, kind of root 5th voicing. 1/3, or C over E. Back to the A minor 7, and then this little move here is kind of nice. So I'm hitting a D minor, it's like a stock D minor, but then I'm following the melody just for a second here with pulling off to that the E natural, which takes us into the G root 5th voicing again, and then we're back to C. And for the C voicing, you notice that I'm not playing a third. I'm kind of doing a similar thing where I'm muting the D string, right? So I'm muting what would be the E of the C chord. So you're just hearing, which again, it clears out some good space. This is just some valuable things to think about when approaching open chords, like in first position. Sometimes it's just too much. It clutters the chord to play every note, especially if you're using a little bit of overdrive. It really helps to just clear out some space with muting. And usually it's the thirds that I let go of first. That tends to pack the most punch. And yeah, so that's a kind of a cool little technique to use with this kind of thing. So that pretty much concludes really what the bulk of the song. And I hope you have enjoyed, kind of doing this walkthrough with me. And if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. I'd love to hear from you. And, thanks so much for watching. And be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying this content too. So thanks again. And I'll see you on the next one.